Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Halloween hostilities. I'm trying something a bit different today. Going out from my usual Warhammer 40,000 combat patrol, I'm trying a spookier game for Halloween. Specifically, I am playing a game called Turnip28. It's a absolutely fantastic Napoleonic-themed post-apocalyptic horror game set 1,000 years after the Napoleonic Wars, where the Earth has been taken over by a giant mutant root vegetable, and anyone who eats it becomes mutated and corrupted, and they become just filled with religious visions that make them want to worship any root vegetable they see. It's truly bonkers. It is so good, and it's miniature agnostic. So every model you see here has been converted. You can probably tell there's where some of these things are, like these guys here. These are I call them Radish, Legumes, Beet Sabers, and they worship the beetroot. And their leader is a whole mess of different stuff with a bit of sculpting in. Um, and these guys, the here, the Broken Mould Rebellion, are they are just real nasty, like covered in mold. They've got some really cool stuff that I'm going to show you. I'm going to do this a little bit differently than normal. As I said, I'm going to actually do a rundown of the armies. I'm not going to assume that you know anything, unlike, the 40k ones. I'm going to explain a lot more as I'm going through. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I hope the fact that almost everything on this battlefield is incredibly dark shows up. Like, these guys are actually, they're meant to be very, very dark, post-apocalyptic, like British red shirts. And these guys are much easier to see. They are green dude, like French peasants covered in mold. Yeah, I'm going to do like a rundown of what everything does. I painted everything. The bases are fine. The pumpkins are actually going to come up in gameplay as well. I've done this as a proper Halloween thing. Let's get around to checking out the armies. Okay, so here we have Radish, Legumes, Beet Sabers. Every army in Turnip is made the same way. You have 3 snobs down the front here, with your toff and 2 toadies. The toff is like the general, the toady is like your lieutenants. And then you have 4 units that can be any type of unit. In this case, we have got 2 units of 12 of what are called fodder. They are the worst of the worst. Armies in Turnip they may look like professional militaries, but they are just dudes with like scavenged weapons. No one hits particularly hard. The name of the game is more about panicking your opponent and making them like run and trip into like bogs and drown themselves. It's not a pleasant game. The fodder are they can be fearless as long as they have enough dudes, but they will start taking casualties very quickly, at which point they won't be around anymore. They also have 2 units of, they're called brutes. They're technically elite, but only for this game. In any other game, they would be some of the worst units. They are fairly like this game doesn't have like weapon skill and saves. It has your inaccuracy value and your vulnerability stat. They are slightly less vulnerable and slightly less inaccurate than the fodder, but not by much. They kind of counter this by these guys are fearless naturally, but in this game, fearless is just a roll of 3 up, you ignore them, panic checks, rather than actually being immune to any kind of fear or anything. That'd be crazy. The toffs and the toff and the toadies don't actually do any like they can be attacked, they can engage in combat, but they don't like charge in themselves. They are effectively little like aura buffs that give anyone nearby them can get orders and they can activate before like anyone who's out of the aura buffs, which makes them very useful, but also very good to kill if you can get in close. The pumpkins are part of this army's, they call them cult specialities. So the cult I'm using for the Beet Sabers is called the Red Ribbon Society. So they are going to be trying to take over scenery, and they are going to be growing pumpkins on the land. They can spend them to get buffs in combat, but the longer they don't spend them, the more like it's an exponential growth. So the more you have, the more turn up. So yeah, it's a numbers game. Towards the end of the game, it should allow them just a little bit more flexibility, and yeah, they're here, and they are a fairly what I would call a fairly standard turnip army. It's dudes with black powder rifles marching in vague formation, just interacting with the scenery. And on the other hand, we have the Broken Mould Rebellion, who are a group of peasants who have been taken over by a semi-sentient mould patch that has driven them to like kidnap nobles from other areas and stake them onto this platform and gradually harvest mold cultures on them. This is one of the weirder sides of Turnip. I mean, none of this is canon. They're all like OCs do not steal, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the Turnip's weird. It's dark, and I kind of love it for it. These guys, I should probably go with the cult first because it informs the rest of the army. These guys are called using a cult called the Procession of Woe that replaces the Toff, the general, with this gigantic ambulatory platform that oozes around the battlefield. They play quite heavily into the game's morale mechanics. So basically, anytime you are shot at, you're in melee, anything, you get a panic token. And the more panic tokens you have, the more chances that you'll go out of position, you'll run away. You're way more likely to get panicked than you are to actually get injured in this game. And as I said before, the main tactic is trying to panic someone so they run through some dangerous terrain and die. And there is a lot of dangerous terrain in this game. So the army makeup here is you've got this is called the big guy is called the Root Shrine. It's essentially it can manipulate panic. It can take panic off of the rebellion units and put them onto other enemy units, or they can spread them around. Because a small amount of panic in this army is actually a good thing. if you've got more than two or more panic tokens, sorry, then every model in the unit gets an additional attack, which can add up incredibly quickly when you have units of 12 fodder with melee weapons. Now, these guys have no ranged attacks whatsoever, but they are surprisingly, for Turnip, good in melee. And they want to get a little bit panicked and then charge in. And the guys in front are called their chaff units. They are 4 man, beast, fungus, 4 fungus units they're skirmishers. They can infiltrate slightly. They are, again, surprisingly good shots. And their big thing is that when they're shot back, they are actually very difficult to hit. So they can, start shooting at dudes, and they can pile stuff on, like pile panic tokens on. Also, a big thing with shooting is that crossbows or any bow weapon is less powerful, so they're even less likely to kill than the black powder guns. But black powder guns can fire once. Crossbows can fire as many times as they like in a turn, because there's reaction shooting. So if someone shoots at them, they can shoot back, and they can just keep shooting, which should make them. I'm interested to see how this goes. It's a very non-standard army versus a very standard army. And let's get set up and see how things go. So here we have the setup. I am playing the scenario, A Long March, where both bands have come to this tooth farm because they are both starving, and if they can take it over, then they can eat here. And if they don't take it over, well, there are actual rules for cannibalism in this game. Basically, if it comes up, I will tell you, but there is a chance that units can start eating each other or eating themselves in just sheer hunger. Which I'll say, it's a lovely game. So we've got the two over here, and here, and here. Basically all the red terrain is it's dangerous terrain. If you move onto it on a roll of a 1, your model instantly dies. Got the 2 bogs over this side, and the 2 bogs that have started growing teeth over this side. In the middle, we have 2 barricades and the burned out farmhouse, which is the is defensible terrain. The barricades, you get bonus vulnerability if you are behind them, and the farmhouse, you get bonus vulnerability if you're inside it, and that includes the base itself. I have also down here put the first silver pumpkin on one of these. So starting next term, that will start generating pumpkins, which the Beet Sabers can then use later in the game to start trying to get some bonuses. The chaff up the back there, they have a pre-game move, which has absolutely got one of these guys already out of command range, which is going to be great fun. So, the way this works is you roll for initiative, and then you alternate. One snob moves at a time and orders a nearby unit. And then after you've done that, all the units that haven't been ordered then get to do orders. And that's the entire way the game works. So, going to roll off for the Beet Sabers and for the Rebellion. The Rebellion are going first. Okay, for the first thing of the game. This toady here is going to order the unit of fodder right in front of him to march. Means that they can move. Almost everything in this game has a 6-inch movement, unless it's on a horse, which none of my guys do or have. Yeah, they've got 6-inch movement, and they move an additional 2d6 inches if they march. But before any of these, you have to roll a d6 on a 1, which helpfully demonstrated here. The order blunders. They get a panic token, and then the order is worse in some way. So in this particular case, it would mean they would run 6 plus d6 rather than 2d6. So blunder roll. They are fine. They can move a total of 11 inches. I think they're going to try and get behind that barricade. Okay, so the unit of fodder has moved up with the toady behind it. And I think, just to retaliate a little bit, I think this toady is going to order this unit of brutes to move forward. So you've got two options when you attack, when you shoot. You can either stand still for a bonus to hit, or they are just in range. You can pre-measure at any time, but you can move and shoot, which I kind of feel the need to do, just because it means that I can then try and get towards that objective there. They are going to be in cover, so it's going to be harder to kill any of them, but it will give them a panic token to start the process of getting them to run away. So blunder first. They are fine. Yeah, so we'll move up 6 inches and then start shooting. Okay, they have moved up, and now they are going to take some shots at the fodder. So they get one shot each. It's 1 shot per model, and they normally need 5s to hit, but because they're in cover, that is a whole 6s to hit. That is absolutely nothing. I don't think that even gives them a panic token, but I will just check to be sure. But yeah, they have done absolutely nothing. Well done, you guys. Okay, yep. You need to have shot. So you need to hit something, which means yeah, they do not get a panic token. This is it's called a smoke token, and because they have fired a black powder weapon, they now can't shoot again. They have walked up and done precisely bugger and all to these guys, who I have a horrible feeling I'm going to charge them next turn. Should be interesting. Just as a quick note, these guys have melee weapons, so but normally in a shooting engagement, both sides get to attack each other. So you can theoretically, yeah, you could come away worse if you attack someone. But you've got to attack people to win the game. So there's that. On to the next thing. Next order. I think this. Come on, zoom in. Yeah, I think this toady over here is going to order this chaff to move and shoot, with an eye on starting to plink down this fodder over here. And there. They do not blunder. It's time for them to move forward and shoot. Okay, they have moved forward. I've kept the toady. Okay, so snobs can only order 1 unit a turn, so the other unit of chaff is on its own and legitimately might eat 3/4 of its own unit there. But the other ones, these ones have moved forward, and they are going to shoot at the fodder down here, over here. So they need 5s to hit because they're fairly good at shooting. They get 2 hits. Oh no! Now, because they're only armed with crossbows, the fodder get +2 to their vulnerability rolls. So it goes from a 6+ to a 4+. So 2 fodder die, and they get a panic token. Which, oh dear, for the fodder. However, before any of them die, they immediately get to shoot back into this unit. Now, normally they need 6, but chaff have a special skirmisher rule, which means they are -2 to hit. They need 8s or more, but the rules account for the fact that almost everything in this game is going to go into needing above 6 eventually. So they get 12 shots. They need to roll 6s, then 4 or more to hit. Oh, that's a few hits. So immediate panic token on the things. 4 or more to hit. 2 hits. Okay, and they have a vulnerability of 6+, and because the fodder are using black powder weapons, 1 survives. Okay, so that is 2 dead fodder to 1 dead chaff. Both sides get panic tokens, and the game begins. Okay, so I have a plan for the Beet Sabers. The fodder at the back cannot shoot anymore, so they're going to attempt a charge onto them. But before I do that, Radish Legume himself is going to order his brute bodyguard to move and shoot to try and see if he can take down another one. He's hoping, and he does not blunder. Hooray! So yeah, they're going to move up and take some shots. Okay, these guys have they've moved up. They're going to take a shot at the damaged unit. It's 6s, then 4s to hit. Right now, it's all about just hitting, getting a bit of panic in, and hoping for the best. 1 hit. 50-50 shot of getting an actual hit on them. No, he misses. Oh no. Because they now get to shoot back, needing 5. Okay, and brutes have a vulnerability of 5. So yeah, they need 5 up saves or... Okay, so they walked up, they took a shot at these already damaged crossbowmen, and immediately lost 2 dudes. Cool. Also gets them panicked and a black powder token. This is not going hugely well if you are a red coat today. Okay, before it does anything else, the root shrine has a special ability where it can take up to 2 panic from any friendly unit on the battlefield, and it can put it onto any other unit within 18 inches of it. So it's removing the panic from these guys, and putting it down onto them. That means they need 1 more panic, and they start going into a decent frenzy mode. He's then going to order them to march to try and get into the central area. They do not blunder, and they get to move an extra 5 inches. So that's another 11 inches for them. Might just get them into the house, I guess. Well, we'll see. Okay, the fodder have managed to get into the ruined building and claim that objective. In Turnip, objectives are sticky, so as long as you claim it and no one takes it off of you, the rebellion currently has 3 objectives, but you need to end your movement on them. So I don't lie, they have 2, because technically the chaff haven't moved yet. But yeah, so they have run up, and the root shrine itself, I like to picture it's got like a sort of horrific, like amoeba gelatinous mass of mold under there that's slowly oozing it along. Nice happy Halloween vibes. But yeah, so these guys have started like crawling over the walls, desperately getting into the defensible positions there. And now we're on to this Toady and his unit of fodder over here. And I am going to attempt a charge into the chaff over here. So first up, blunder roll. Oh no! So luckily, because they're under the command of a snob, it's not too bad. But normally they would move their move plus 2d6. I've already made it that I've needed to have got a 9 to get in. Now they only get, I believe it's plus d6, and I believe the chaff still get to shoot back. So oh dear. So yeah, I've just checked this up to remind myself. The sequence is, if you are the target of a charge, you have to take a panic test, which is you roll a d6 and you add the number of panic tokens to your thing, to your the roll. If you roll 7 or more, you immediately retreat back. Luckily, the root shrine took the panic token, which means that they are going to be fine. They also must stand and shoot, and all of this is whether or not the fodder get in. So they get 3 shots, needing 5 to hit. 1 hit. The fodder have 4. Their vulnerability is now 4 up. Another one dies, and the remaining ones get to move 9 inches towards the people who are shooting at them. Cool. Okay, it's not all bad. They have to move directly towards their charge target, which takes them into cover and controlling an objective. So I've seen worse fuck ups. Speaking of which, we are now on to the orders that aren't from a snob phase. So these chaff are going to take a shot at these brutes. Now, normally they would have to target normally units have to target the closest unit, which is the fodder, but chaff have a specific ability, which means they can target anyone. So, blunder roll. Okay, I believe the scenario rule is that they are so hungry they eat D3 of their own unit, that 4 strong unit, but I will just check the check the scenario rules for that. Yep. They eat D3 members of their own unit, and an amazing part of the line, the rule is the fantastic line: models can and will eat themselves. So, yep, they've just eaten half of their own unit, but they can then still do the rest of the order completely unblundered. So they're going to be able to shoot into the brutes. Good for them. Okay, the 2 survivors are going to fire into the brutes, needing 4s. Cool. This is where the Beet Sabers start actually turning it around. Oh, no, they can't fire back because they've already shot this turn. There's a real strength of the bows is the fact that they can fire repeatedly, whereas the brutes are stuck there now. As I said, it's the end of the turn. And the fodder, if they don't eat themselves, are going to move forward and try and shoot into their opposing fodder mates. They do not they do not bungle this up. Good for them. And yeah, move them up and start shooting. Okay, they have moved up. They do not want to go into the pool of suspiciously red water. They do want to shoot at these guys though. So their inaccuracy is normally 6+, but it's going to go to 7+ because they're in a building. So it needs 6 then 4s to hit. That is not a single one. Excellent. That is an amazing way to end this round. So yeah, that's the end of turn 1. There's been a decent amount of carnage up north, decent amount of nothing down here, but I have a feeling that's about to change when these guys charge in. Oh dear. Well, yeah. Let's see how things go. Okay, welcome to turn 2. The smoke tokens have been removed, so the Beet Sabers can shoot again. They've taken over another radish pumpkin patch, and this one has started bearing horrible vegetables. As the game progresses, it's going to go exponentially. So that one's going to grow 2 next turn. That one's going to grow 1, and they're going to slowly start getting bigger. If, however, these guys can get into them unfettered or unblocked, then they can start trashing them and they can literally start smashing pumpkins. But for now, the initiative stays in the same order, so it's the Rebellion goes first. And I'm going to order the Root Shrine first, because the Root Shrine is going to take 1 panic over here. Get this to 2. Where's it to? 2 panic. Means this unit, every model in it now has +1 attack. And the Root Shrine is now going to order this lot to charge the brutes over there. So I've got the blunder roll. They're fine. Okay, so now got to do this in order. The brutes have a panic roll. If they roll a 6, they panic. They do not. They are fine. The brutes can now shoot into them. They are focus. They are 5s to hit normally, -1 because they're in a building. So 6s, they don't get a single hit. Oh no. And then the fodder charge 2d6 and they can re-roll if they fail. 12 inches, they are going to be fine. They're going to charge in and start chopping up some red coats wearing sackcloth masks. Okay, they are in. The Root Shrine has moved up to be in cover, but definitely does not want to be the closest enemy because it will just start getting shot at. Oh no. Because they're frenzied, they get a plus. Well, they get plenty because they're zealots. They get +1 attack. The fodder do, which gives them 24 attacks. And because they've got dedicated melee weapons, they are hitting on 5s. They're actually as good as the brutes in melee combat. That's pretty awful. Oh no. I know, right? Pretty awful in Turnip. Who could have seen that coming? Actually, no, 6 hits out of 24. I believe is exactly average. Well, there you go. The brutes have 5+ vulnerability. So that is 4 dead, and there are 4 in a unit. The fodder slaughter them without them getting to reprise. But just being in melee combat gives you an extra panic token. So first blood goes to the rebellion. Okay, so I have actually been thinking about this one for a while. I'm not 100% sure what to do. My first thought was stand and shoot with these guys, mainly because they are right there, but it will leave my poor Radish himself completely at the front of the army and about to die. I have decided this unit of fodder are going to make a charge down into the back of this unit of fodder. They have 3 panic tokens, so there is a chance they can make them run away. And if they run away, then I get to show you how the dangerous terrain works. So, okay, first up, blunder roll. They are fine. They want to do this. Okay, so charge rush comes afterwards. So first up, panic roll. They have 3 panic at the moment. So, no, they're fine. Okay. Charge roll is 6 plus 6, 12 inches. Yet they are well in. And I've got some horrible thing. This may go very wrong. These guys are not really designed for melee. Oh well, let's see how it goes. Okay, they have charged in. Because they charged, they get to hit first. That is, they get 9 attacks. They're hitting on 6s. Oh, that is 1. Okay. Oh god, that terrified me for a second. And yep, they have. Fodder still have vulnerability of 6, so this dude's dead. Which means there's only 22 attacks back. And is hitting on 5s. So many guys. Ooh, that's. So, turns out melee weapons are very, very good at melee. The chaff, they are fodder, sorry, they have a vulnerability of 6, so not one of those saves. That is 6 out of the 9 die instantly. They, so I believe means they immediately retreat. Okay, so as you can see, that was a very successful charge. The loser immediately retreats. Now, retreating is d6 inches plus 2 for every panic token. So it's d6 plus 8 inches directly away. It's 10 inches directly back towards the table edge. And if you go off the table edge, you immediately just, you're gone. I think there might also be a dangerous terrain check for running over the a friendly unit. I will just check that one after I've moved them. Wow. Oh, that was possibly one of the worst charges I've ever seen. Amazing. Okay, retreating through snobs does not cause a dangerous terrain test, which is nice. Still, that was wow. Melee units are pretty good. I probably should have shot at them. Oh dear. No, well, at least you got to see how running away works. Look at they went a long way. Speaking of melee units getting in, this unit of fodder are going to charge this unit of brutes here. Start with the blunder roll. They are fine. The brutes can't panic. They have no panic tokens on them. They can, however, stand and shoot. They need 6 to hit. They are in cover. Wow. The root does not want the Beet Sabers to win this. They get a charge range of 13 inches, which is well in. I'm just going to move them up, and then we can see the carnage unfold again. Okay, they have got in, and I feel I should note that the in melee you just need 1 model in combat, so it's unit versus unit. So no matter how far back a model is, they can all still contribute so long as it's a model in the same unit. So these ones don't have the 2 panic tokens, so they are only getting 12 dice into the brutes, which is still a lot of dice. They need 5s to hit. Ooh, no. 5 hits. Yeah, they have a vulnerability. Brutes have a vulnerability of 5+, so not one survives. Okay, well that's light. One survives and gets its 2 attacks back, hitting 5s, 1 hits, but it's saved. Oh no, the mold is absolutely allowed. I'm just kicking the crap out of things today. So it runs back. D6 plus 2 because it's about to get a thing token, so it's 8. Oh dear. Okay, the standard bearer is running away and it's going through dangerous terrain, which means I now roll a dice. On a 1, he dies instantly. He survives tripping over and drowning in horrible red mud water, which is definitely not blood, no matter what you might think. Absolutely not blood. No, it's blood. Okay, over here, despite what he wanted to do, Radish is going to make his unit of fodder here stand and shoot. So on a 1, they blunder. They do not blunder. Okay, so they're going to shoot. They need 5s to hit them. Because they're standing still, so they get +1 to hit. Still not brilliant. Come on. And then it is 6 up vulnerability saves. That is 4 dead from that unit, and they are up to 5 panic, which is pretty good if at any point they'll be able to capitalize on it. I just don't think they will. Okay, up here, the Toff is going to order the unit of 3 chaff to shoot at the unit of 3 fodder. To stand and shoot, if they can pull it off, it actually makes that, not Toff, he's a toady, what do I, makes this toady the closest unit to this unit, so they might be able to gun him down, which will be an even bigger blow for the poor for the poor Beet Sabers. First up, blunder check. Fine. They want to shoot them. They're forced to hit now. This is the most accurate shot of the game so far. 2 hits. There's another panic token on as well. That's 2 more die. There is only one model left in that unit, and he does not want to stay around much longer. Okay, I'm sorry. I've just realised that the unit that was running away actually gets to shoot back. So it needs 8s to hit, so absolutely nothing, but worth a shot. Now, this unit, because there is no units on either side that can be ordered by snobs anymore. Oh no, I tell you, this unit first, the Rebellion has initiative, is going to try, it's going to try and move and shoot. It's going to try shooting the, get close enough and shoot that. But first up, oh, it's fine. Yeah, it's going to move up, get maneuver so it's close to this unit, and then shoot the toady. Okay, so I just remembered that chaff have the ability to target any unit in range. So assume that they moved up and shot just because they're trying to, threaten the middle of the board and not become an idiot. Okay, so the 5s to hit. Oh, they both missed. They would have missed anyway. Cool. Board control. Yay. And lastly, this surviving brute over here is, if he manages to make it, he's going to try charging the massive unit of fodder over there and try and cause a panic test. First up, he does not fail. Secondly, he is well in range. That's a 15-inch charge. Now, panic test, they need to get, if they get a 7 or more on D6 plus 5, they panic. Now, They've been ordered by a snob this turn, specifically the root shrine itself. So they are fearless. So on a 3 or more, they don't panic. Otherwise, they are running. Oh, they're fine. Okay, well, I guess he's going to charge in and get carved up, but he might take one of them with him. Cool. Okay, firstly, he ran over difficult terrain, so on a 1 he dies. He's fine. He gets 2 attacks, giving 5s to hit. They both miss. And there are 7 fodder. 8, 10, 12, 14 attacks. Needing 5s to hit because they're melee weapons. 1 hit, it's a 5-up save. Yeah, he runs in and immediately gets carved up. But it does put them up to... You can only ever have 6 panic tokens. They are 100% panic now, which could start doing something. I'm genuinely not sure at this point. I guess we'll see. So yeah, things are going fairly badly for the Beet Sabers, but the pumpkins are beginning to come into bloom. Oh, we've got another pod down here. I legitimately think that this like little tooth bog over here might be the safest place on the board for pumpkins at the moment. Yeah. I mean, games of Turnip only go for 4 turns, but I honestly don't think it's going to last 4 turns. So, yeah, I guess we'll see. I do have a bit of a plan, but we're going to see how things go. I've got plans for both sides, actually. One is more sophisticated than the other, and I'm going to be honest, the one for the Beet Sabers is just shoot lots. Also, I did notice while I was just looking over the battlefield, this movement that I completely meant to do and was completely serious and sensible got them within 6 inches of the root shrine. So the root shrine can do something this turn rather than just stand or twiddle its thumbs and move some panic around. Because the thingies go first, the rebellion's going first, the root shrine is actually going to activate first. It's going to take 2 panic from this unit and put it onto this one, because that will then frenzy them. You have to do full dumps, so I can't just... I think I could just take 1 and 1, but it's also about making sure they are slightly less panicked as well. Yeah, then going to order this unit to stand and shoot and try and take out the toady, sod it. It's not the best idea in the world. Ideally, I'd have wanted to get them to charge in, but they are nowhere near any snobs, so they can't actually activate until after everything else. Fun, cool. Okay, let's get some dice and get shooting. Okay, they are well in range. They are standing still. They need 4s to hit. 1 hit. And Toady has a vulnerability of 5+. Okay, so they have actually killed one of the officers of the Beet Sabers now. And unless things go very, 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 very well, I have a feeling that the poor Radish is about to join them as well as... Basically, I don't think there's going to be a turn 4, basically. But yeah, it's on to... Oh, shit. No, they didn't blunder. Cool. Okay. I don't think it would have changed anything. But on that note, Radish is going to get the fodder to also stand and shoot with their blunder roll. 5. Cool, they're fine. They're going to shoot into this unit down here. Mainly because they are the ones that actually have the toady that can actually do something. Okay, that is 12 shots. They need 5s to hit. Oh, come on. Dreadful even for Turnip. They get 6 ups there. Vulnerability. One of them survives. They killed one. At least it ups their panic by 1, but at this point I don't think it's actually going to matter too much. Yeah. I think they're going to declare a charge. He's going to make them charge into the toady, I guess. So can't panic. Right. This is ridiculous. Okay, the toady actually gets a shot. Got an accuracy of 5, so he misses. The charge, would you look at that? It's in, and just in case it does blunder, it doesn't matter. They're still going to get in. Okay. I'm going to move them in, and then they are going to carve up that toady. Okay, this is one very, very surrounded tough. There's 11 of them there. They have the fanatic boost, so that is 22 attacks. Okay, hitting on 5s because they're melee weapons. My word. Yeah, these guys really, really, really want to eat the rich, which I can't entirely say I blame them. Okay, got a vulnerability of 5 up and only needs to make 8 5-up saves. He does not make 8 5-up saves. Another snob has gone down to the moldy boys as everything starts setting its sights on the only thing left alive. There's one dude up there, but I know who cares. Well, on that note, I know who cares. These guys. They may as well stand and shoot, and I may as well just not even bother doing an edit for this one. Do they blunder? Yes, they do. Okay, so blundering from stand and shoot is you just don't get the extra inaccuracy. So they are at 5s to hit. 2 hits. It's got vulnerability of 6. Okay, yeah, they kill off the one straggler over there. Okay, the only thing left is for these guys to charge in, at which point Radish Legume is the closest unit, which means they're going to charge him. Oh, that's going to be bad for the Beet Sabers. Okay, I have just checked. The rules state it is absolutely impossible to charge more than 1 unit. So this unit of zealot nut jobs with axes and spears is about to carve up a walking radish. First up, the blunder roll. First up, a light snack. That is, they're back up to 5. They take D3, 3 casualties. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 2d6 inch charge. Oh no! Before I roll the charge, Radish gets a shot. He hits. Oh, he kills another one. Oh, Radish, you beast! They're gonna get in though. Yeah, they're in. It's plus 6 inches onto the charge. So I think I'm going to put the dude with the axe first, and okay. Oh, he can't panic. He hasn't got any panic tokens. So yeah, the fodder have 6 attacks on Radish. You get 2 hits. Radish has a 5-up save. Radish has 2 wounds. So 1 5-up will keep him alive. Radish is still alive. He has 2 attacks back, needing 5s to hit. It's 1 hit, 6. They save. They are locked in combat, which I believe means there is a second round. I'm just going to check that. Weirdly, this doesn't come up very often, and I thought Radish was going to die. So back in a sec. Okay, yeah, it's another bout. So that is 6 attacks from the fodder. 1 hit. 5 up save for Radish. Radish dies. Okay, they have brought him down after a ferocious combat. Okay. While we are here, though, I have also realised I forgot to do something and I did screw it up. Just going to say it, I'm not actually going to do it. Yeah, when the fodder shot, they should have got extra, a bunch of extra attack. I was going to use all the pumpkins. But yeah, well. Okay, so pretty sure that the Beet Sabers have lost this. I'm just going to see how valiantly this unit can acquit itself, seeing as it's made its turn 4. It's basically untouched, but it is going to activate after every other model on the table, including the other unit here. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to start with these guys up here. Use the root shrine. He's going to take 2 panic off of this unit. It's down to 3. It's going to put 2 panic on the fodder, on the Beet Saber fodder, because it can. Okay, it's then going to get the these 2 to stand and shoot into it. Getting 4s. No, nothing. They're going to get that toady to get them to move and shoot, because I don't think they're in range. Oh, crap. Thingy roll for them. Fine. And blunder roll for the back unit. No, they're fine. Okay, yeah, they're going to move up and take some shots as well. Yeah, they weren't in. They are now, though. So let's get 3 shots. The 5s to hit. For the record, the reason I'm doing this isn't... Not the record button there, sorry. The reason I'm doing this isn't just to waste time. Well, it is. It's not to waste time at all. It's because every shot into them is another panic token. So that goes up to 3 now. So they're more likely to run away when they're charged. And also, each dead one is another one that can't shoot back. And they are... Oh, shit, they want to shoot into them. I'll do that. So yeah, that is 1 dead thingy. And also they have to do 12 shots. Because you can't choose not to retaliate. So this is going to take up their thingy. Well, return fire. Okay. You know what? They're about to lose this patch anyway. They're going to spend both of these pumpkins to get another 4 shots in on this. They still need 6s, but there's a lot of dice. Oh no, they only need 8s. So 6s and 4+. But they only need, they only really need 2 to wipe the unit. Okay, that's 3 hits. That is 1 wipe. Yeah, they have wiped the unit. Cool. And then, okay, on to this unit, who are going to charge in and do the blunder roll. They're fine. The charge roll, I mean, I'm going to re-roll that because they have melee weapons, so I can re-roll. They're in. What do you know? They are, however, about to go over difficult terrain, so I better do some checks and roll some dice. Okay, before the dangerous terrain tests, the fodder that's being charged has to take a panic test. They fail! Okay, they are actually running away. So they are going to run D6 plus 6 inches away, 10 inches straight away from them, straight into that dangerous terrain. So both sides are going to take some dangerous terrain tests. Hooray! Okay, they have run away straight into another difficult terrain. So yeah, I'm going to do the Beet Sabers fodder first. So yes, 11d6, each one is a casualty. Three of them, have tripped and drowned in mud, while the rebellion also loses 3. Great, good. Yeah, dangerous terrain is dangerous, people. 6 casualties without a single actual melee combat. Fantastic. Okay, and now we are down to the units that don't have any snobs to tell them what to do, namely this one and that one. I'm going to start with this one because they have the initiative. They're going to try charging, and they didn't blunder this time. They are massively in, and the oh my god, yeah, the the defenders are running away. They're running away 11 inches, which takes them straight off the board, and I may as well just do. So the rebellion has won. They have completely taken the farm, but just to see how if them drown in the blood. One more goes down as the Beet Saber, Radish Legume's Beet Sabers are completely driven from the area. And the rebellion has taken everything. It is, behold their farm and all the dice I haven't hidden properly. Hooray, hooray. Oh, it's a good day to have a rebellion, I guess. Good. I'll see you on in the debrief. So yeah, that was Turnip28. It's, I mean, as you may have noticed by the fact that I have 2 converted armies directly in front of you, and I will tell you now, I have more. I really like this game. It's simple. I mean, I get rules on because I'm an idiot. It's genuinely very fun. Like the Hieronymus Max, the guy who made it, his artwork for it is phenomenal. The world is really cool. Like the idea of like post-apocalyptic Napoleonic wars is genuinely inspired. I think there's about 20-25 cults. I haven't actually counted. That all change the game in different ways. Like I went for 2 very basic ones, but honestly, these guys, the Broken Mould Rebellion, are actually, I don't normally use them as the Procession of Woe. I use them as a group that their whole gimmick is essentially they're like a peasant uprising, and the thing means that like the enemy units blunder more often. It's really cool. Yeah, the rules are free. I will provide a link in the description down below. I honestly suggest checking it out. The camera is messing up. I don't know what's going on there. Calm thyself, camera. Oh, good. So my camera's possessed, which makes it very Halloweeny. Good. But yeah, I have basically nothing bad to say about Turnip. I think it's brilliant. I hope that this has brought it to the attention of a few more people. I know my videos aren't exactly the most amazing, but yeah, uh, yeah, they're cool. It's cool. If you wanted a little bit of like tactical debrief, firstly I don't know why you're watching this, but yes, you are absolutely right. I was an idiot to charge in with those the fodder in turn 2. I think that basically cost the Beet Sabers the game. I just really hope that they'd cause a panic check. If you go through enemy units, that's a dangerous terrain test as well. They'd have gone into the river. That would have been a decent amount of damage. Like I say, if it had worked, it would have been amazing. I do not know what is going on with this camera. But yeah, I'll put a link down to everything. Yeah, everything. There's it's got a Patreon. I mean, by all means, I encourage you to go and check it out. Support creators that aren't just Games Workshop. Like, other people are out there and they make amazing stuff. And like, this is, I mean, it's not technically a battle box bat reb, but on the other hand, both of these armies were made with a single unit of Perry miniatures and some, like, the Beet Sabers were a bunch of green stuff and a tiny amount of Cruel Boys bits from Games Workshop. The thingies, the Rebellion, literally just dudes dipped in flock to make mold. It's real simple. And the wood, all the wood, the terrain, and the root shrine, they are just not cocktail sticks, lollipop sticks that have been glued together with super glue, sprayed black, and dry brushed. It is so simple to make an army for Turnip, and I mean, I would suggest go on the subreddit r/turnip and Turnip28, and you can see some absolutely phenomenal stuff, miles better than anything I can produce. Yeah, I have nothing but praise for the game. It's brilliant, and if you'd like to see more, please more of this, some other armies, put a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I am going to try and work out why the camera is flipping out. Have a happy Halloween, everyone. And don't eat too much candy if you dare.